When did you officially lose hope or / confidence that Raw was worth salvaging? I feel like we're at a point now where it's just, I mean, again, like you said, I thought Raw's show this past week was decent. I will back you up on that. We'll get back to it probably at the end of the show. I want to leave enough time for All Out, but you told me on Monday you're done being optimistic. You know the show is terrible. What broke you?
I think I feel like every week it's the same old shit with Raw. Like, it's the same matches. I feel like we've been the same, like, feuds and shit for the last, like, year.
Yeah, like the same holding pattern, yeah.
Like, Orton and Riddle win the tag championships. Like, okay, and then they just put Randy, like, I love Randy Orton, but they put him back on the main title picture. Like, they just won the tag belts. What the fuck is going to... Like, that just doesn't make sense. I like Priest a lot. I think he's been doing well. But, like, besides that, like, Charlotte, I mean, her and Alexa I'm excited for. I mean, her and Nia Jax, like, I honestly, the less Nia, the better. I mean, get her off the fucking show, realistically.
Did we talk about last week about how terrible that match was on Raw? We did talk about that.
Yeah, it was awful. But, like, just, I don't know. I just feel like Raw's just the same old shit. I feel like it's just never got, like, it's always been the same. And I feel like I finally realized, like, it just sucks. They need to fucking change something about it. I feel like it's just the same formula every week. It's the same kind of matches. There's no creativity behind it. It's just the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't want to be completely negative of any product, but like on the Raw side, they got a couple of good things going on. I like Bobby Lashley as champion. I like RK Bro a lot. Damian Priest has been thriving. So most of their champions are right where they should be. Charlotte is the right fit for that Raw Women's Championship. The rest of that show is an absolute shambles. I mean, they obviously struggle to fill 3 hours. I enjoy the tag team turmoil stuff from Monday. I liked the Sheamus and Drew match. No surprise there. They work very well together. But like you said, the show needs some sort of significant overhaul, and what's going to get them to that point to motivate them to be better is the real question. We have Monday Night Football coming back tonight as we speak. Monday Night Football is obviously back on Monday. Football season kickoff is tonight. Monday Night Football kicks off next week. I'm a little surprised they didn't, stack up that show more than they have for Monday to kind of endure or entice people to watch that show. They advertised the tag team title match, RK Bro versus Lashley and MVP again. And they're also advertising again, which didn't happen the first time, Eva Marie versus Doudrop. Are you surprised as I am that they're not loading up that show for Monday night?
Not really. I just feel like even if it's just not going to compete, so it's not even worth like wasting a good show, I guess, on that. I feel like Raw's been such shambles lately, and they know the ratings are going to suck. So at this point, why even try to like? I don't know. I feel like it's too late at this point. You should have been doing this in the midsummer when you had no competition. And what are you going to wait? So, and they do this every year. They try their best right when football starts to compete, and then they show a suck, and then they just give up until like Royal Rumble season. I just feel like you need to keep it consistently good, and it just never is.
Yeah, that happens every year. I mean, how many discussions have we had where they do like a great summer angle, and they did it this year at SummerSlam. I mean, it's on the SmackDown side of things, but every year around SummerSlam time, they do some great big angle, and they fail to follow up on it, and then like the fall season is notoriously typically terrible. And I hate to sound, negative, but I feel like this year will be no different on the Raw side of things. So hopefully they can, I want to say they can improve. I have no idea at this point. Do you think AEW at all, with what's been going on with them, will push them to be better on a creative front, or do you think that's not going to happen until they're beating them in the ratings, which I'm not going to say that's inevitable. I don't really think it's a matter of Dynamite's numbers going up. I think it's more a matter of Raw's numbers going down. But what do you think would be the deciding factor, like it was 20, 25 years ago, the Attitude Era, that would push WWE to finally putting more of an effort into their Raw creative?
I honestly have no idea at this point. I figured the terrible ratings would help. Hasn't. Figured people leaving would help. Hasn't helped. I honestly don't know. I don't think, maybe Raw, because I feel like Raw's just honestly got to a point that's very unbearable. I think it just feels like now they've just focused way more about SmackDown, and SmackDown's clearly like, maybe not their A show, because more people know about Raw, but week in and week out, it's hands down the best show they have. It has the best ratings. Raw needs like a fucking facelift. It needs something different. They need something that they commit to and it works, or something. The 3 hours is definitely what started the decline, and I just feel like they just have rematches and just the same old shit to fill up time, and it's not. Raw is so unsee or unneeded, like it's so unbuzzworthy that you don't need to watch it live. It is so boring. It's the same formula every week. It's It's not must-see at all. At least SmackDown has that somewhat of must-see feel. Raw is that not at all. I don't feel like I need to watch Raw live because I don't think anything exciting is probably going to happen.
Yeah, that's the problem with Raw right now. I mean, I'll still go back and watch it, obviously, because I watch all this stuff. But like, I don't feel the need to, like you said, go back and have to watch it live. I don't think I've watched the full episode of Raw live in a while. I typically don't. Typically, we start it late and we just kind of catch up with it because I know nothing major is going to happen for the most part as it's airing live that I need to watch with everyone else. That's the biggest problem with Raw right now, and how they improve that, going off what you said, I have no fucking clue. Another thing, too, like we thought they might be better, and to an extent it has been more bearable, but with fans coming back, people thought that would be kind of like, the turning point for them. It really hasn't been. I thought Raw this week, like I said, was decent by recent Raw standards, but overall the show hasn't dramatically changed the way that we would hope it would.